Morning, I'm June with River City Blues Realty, and I'm here with my co-host,
Smitty Smith.
and I know you're not used to seeing me in front of the camera, but you know what? We did it this way because my husband turned around to me just a few minutes ago and was like, I'm not feeling this. Not because he's sick. He was just not feeling doing the show this morning. And I was like, nope, the show got to go on. It's got to go on, guys. Why does it have to go on, Smitty?
Because you said so.
Because I said so. Sometimes as women, we have to step up, okay? Sometimes we're underrated. What?
Welcome them to the Grits and Grants.
Oh, you see, I'm not used to this. Welcome to the Grits and Grants.
To get right into it.
I am. Because, it's about choices.
Oh my God, you still forgot the crazy faith. You want to get it done.
This is about crazy faith, okay?
This is going to be the Grits and Grants too.
Smitty, if I'm not saying it right, you could always step in. We are a team.
Dude.
We are a team.
Do what you do.
We are just all messing up. But seriously.
What's the day's date?
It is the 15th. Is it the 15th?
It is.
No, it's the 16th of February. What year is it? 2024.
Good morning.
No, I'm honestly not used to being in front of the camera, but because my husband said he was just not feeling it, I was like, no, this is a time for me to step up.
Good morning, Gwen Murphy Johnson. How you doing?
Yes, good morning. There? She's out there. Oh yeah, there she is.
You
see, I'm just not used to this at all.
Okay.
Good morning, Gwen.
How many days we got left in the year?
I don't know how many days. Is it on the screen? 320 days. Thank you. I see it.
Yes.
I see it.
What are you gonna do, June?
We're gonna have crazy faith.
Okay. So how do I have crazy faith if I only have 320 days left in the year?
By pressing forward. We just gotta press forward no matter what.
Wow, that's a lot of pressing. 320.
That's what we gotta do.
So June, what's happening tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have our Grits and Grants workshop, live and in charge with Clovia. Yay! Sound effects, Smitty.
Yay!
You're supposed to go woo-woo, because that's what I do.
Do I really gotta do that high pitch? I'm a dude.
You do.
Want to go that high.
You're supposed to be me, and I'm supposed to be you today.
Woo-woo.
Oh, Gwen says, hi, do it. Yes, I'm doing it. But can I get into what my subject is about?
All right, I know you're ready to.
I'm ready.
Let's let you get there.
I don't know if you guys can tell. I am nervous.
Wrong one. Just go ahead and do it. I screwed it up.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. Talk about choice.
Choice. Okay. Everybody has choices. And sometimes those choices are super uncomfortable. If you can't tell, I am super uncomfortable. I am out of my comfort zone, being in front of the cameras, having this microphone in my face, having Smitty by my side instead of being in front of me. But sometimes you have to make that hard choice, When you're trying to buy a house, you have to make that hard choice. And sometimes you have to fire your real estate agent or your lender if they're not making the best choice for you. Only you know.
Wait a minute, you dropping bodies today, Judy?
I'm dropping bodies because only you know what is the right choice for you. Only you know what the right house is for you. Your team is supposed to help you, not hinder you.
Ouch. Dropping bodies though? You for real?
I'm for real. And that's why I felt like it was time for me to get in front of the camera, even though I'm uncomfortable. Because sometimes it's uncomfortable to make the right choices. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to let go of people that's been in your corner forever.
But now that you're in front of the camera, Are you still nervous?
I am still. My hands are underneath the table just shaking. Can you tell?
Yes, I can. The whole house is shaking. Just be yourself, Jen. You have the true story of perseverance. You have the true story of, single mama got to do it all.
Because it's a personal story, and it's not easy to let everybody see what your personal story is. Usually we just kind of, single parents, single women, even, guys that are doing it, raising kids by themselves, we do it in the shadows. It's very scary to come up front and say, I need help. It's very scary to say, I messed up here. It's hard to apologize.
Let me jump in here just for a second, because about the time we met, and I gotta just talk about you just for a minute, but let me tell the whole story, okay?
Okay.
When June and I, when we first really got to be interested in each other, This woman would go to bed at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
she got home from work, family, made the children dinner, and 6, 7 o'clock, this here woman was ready for the bed. She
Yes.
was going down.
Yes.
You know, and think about it, family. It takes so much energy. It takes so much drive, so much passion that you had to have some structure, June.
Yeah.
You know,
I did.
and when you got off work, you knew I have to do the work for the man. Then I got to go home and do the work for the kids.
100%.
You
Yeah.
know, every day, June, it's like you never really got a day off because you were
No.
either doing one job or both jobs.
Exactly. And good morning, Jacqueline Anderson. Thank you for joining us.
Jack, we're mixing it up today. This is crazy Friday. Go ahead, June.
This is,
Go ahead.
you know, I see my kids as a blessing. I know this sounds weird, but I never saw my kids as being mine. I saw them as being a blessing from God. So I always wanted to do a good job because I'm going to have to answer to Him for what I've produced, what I've raised. So it was really important to me to have structure, to raise 4 boys by myself the way that I should, the best I could. So I had to have structure, and it meant going to bed early so that I could get up in the morning and get them straight for school. You know, pack them a lunch, give them money, make sure that their clothes were clean, they were straight, ironed, whatever. You know what I mean? So that I can get them on their way. And sometimes, you know, this is crazy, but I actually I lived in Henrico, Eastern Henrico, and I worked in Ashland. And the babysitter, I had 2 different babysitters. One was in the city of Richmond over North Side, and before that I had a babysitter that was out in Chesterfield. So I woke up super early, got them straight, drove all the way to Chesterfield. Meadowbridge Road was the area. Dropped my baby
Hold
off.
on a second. Hold on.
Yes.
Take a moment and breathe. June's doing a verbal dump, man.
I
She's
am.
gonna get it all out.
I am. But
Hold on, wait.
What?
We got some comments. Let me get the comments in. Jacqueline Anderson said, "Good morning, family. Good morning, Jacqueline. Thanks for joining June this morning."
Yes.
As you can tell, she's gonna get it out there, family.
Because
And-
I'm nervous, that's why I'm going so
done
fast.
yet. I'm not done yet.
Okay, good.
All right. I need you to
You're gonna
take a
drag
deep
this
breath.
along, right?
And Jimmy Brown says, "Good morning, Miss Beautiful. What a pleasant surprise."
Thank you.
I don't know how I feel about that, but anyway, moving along. All right, continue.
Okay. I'll take a deep
cleansing
breath.
Yes.
So I'd get up super early, sometimes around 4:30, 5 o'clock, so I could prepare for the day.
Wow.
Okay.
Man. And you had to do that every day.
Every day.
So is it fair to say that, speak up a little bit, is it fair to say that you had systems in place?
I did have systems in place.
But what happened when things interrupted your system?
They often did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
with kids, you can't necessarily plan to perfection. Sorry. You can't.
Look at the camera.
I look at the camera. You can't always plan to perfection
No.
because stuff is going to happen, you know.
Yeah.
One kid is slow getting ready. One kid doesn't feel well. So there's things that will always throw a wrench in your plan. But you just do the best you can and just keep it moving.
So was the best you can, doing the best you can, was that every day good enough?
Good enough to get it done. Yeah.
Okay, so each day, so then you treated each day as a separate day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm sorry for taking over, but I just got a couple questions for you
Okay.
as you look at the camera, not at me.
Okay.
Is it fair to say that you did the waffle thing? You know, that you didn't. I guess then you didn't do the spaghetti where everything was intertwined because that would probably be too much. So you treated each day as a separate divot in a waffle, and is that how you did it, or did you do something different?
Actually, I did both. Because you can only be who you are. So as a woman wears spaghetti, you know, and sometimes you had to be the waffle in order to keep things moving along. So I was both.
Spaghetti and waffle?
Spaghetti and
Man,
waffle.
that is a busy day.
That is a
now,
busy
hold
day.
Up. I got an issue here.
Okay.
Jacqueline Anderson is saying, quit looking at me.
I'm not. I'm looking at the comments.
Says, that's right, Miss June. You got this. We are super women.
Yes.
You know what, June? I've always said that. Single moms, man. You know, just women in general, June. You know, I was all up in the Fannie Willis trial yesterday, and I'm trying not to take over your show. But you know, you talk about choice. She had felt that she had no choice but to defend her name. You know, and June, I've said it before. if you want to get ranted it over, get in the way of a black woman trying to get somewhere. Get in the way.
You know what I feel is that we're underrated and understated in this world.
You sound like me now, Julian. You're busting a rhyme. Say it again, baby.
Underrated and understated.
Going with your bad self.
Yes. Yes.
And Gwen says, stand up for yourself. And you know what, June? I agree with that because that's what you had to do. Because I'm sure all the time you had outside forces trying to infringe upon your order and your structure.
You know, and you say outside forces, but sometimes it isn't outside forces that affect you the most because you expect outside forces to come for you, let's say. Right. But it's the inside forces that affect you the most.
What do you mean? Give me an example.
Let me see. Your family, your family trying to hold you back, but they feel like they're holding you back for your greater good.
So that's got to be hard to process because your family, you know they love you.
Yes.
And you love them, but they might not understand your mission, your passion, your drive, your purpose.
Exactly.
Okay.
And even your kids, you're trying to provide for them, buy a house so that they'll have a backyard, a safer environment to grow up in. But then, they may say, well, why is it that I can't get the Nintendo for Christmas? Why can't I get this? Why can't I get that? Just because you want to buy a house. Why we got to suffer because you want to buy a house? And it's just like they don't understand what you're really trying to do.
And June, I can honestly say that's the difference from being a guy versus a girl because I cannot imagine being a girl. Because see, as a guy, I'm saying because you ain't got a job. That's why,
Yeah.
And you might, you probably didn't come across that way. But as a guy, I don't have to be that concerned about being softer words. I'm gonna say because I said so, or because you don't have a job, Whereas you would have enjoyed them buying into the idea.
Oh yeah.
But they were probably too young to really understand, mom's mission.
But I just want to say also, being a single parent, sometimes their father came and Halloween, he'd buy like a big bag of candy. I mean, like a shopping bag, a grocery bag of candy to give to them. And I would have to be the one that said, no, they can't, because I look forward, I look at the future. Like if they eat all this candy, they're going to get sick. If they, I'm thinking about dentist appointments. So that's where the spaghetti comes in, because we're always looking long term rather than short term.
So you were a candy hater? Is that what I'm feeling?
That's what they felt,
I know the kids did not love you for that.
They didn't, please. But you had to have structure. You had to look at, I can give them this now, or, limit their access to the candy for 2-3 pieces, or I could look at them being sick tomorrow, or dental appointments and stuff like that. So sometimes we have to be the bad guy, and we didn't like it. And I guess the point is we overcompensated, or at least I overcompensated, because I was a bad guy, so I spent more money when it came to Christmas time or birthdays than I should have. So that kind of holds you back for the things that you want to do in the future.
Hold on a second. Let me get a comment here, dear.
Sorry.
Just give you a chance to breathe again.
Is that what I need to do?
So Jasmine said, if you really want to have a force of crazy faith, just be a black woman.
Yeah.
June, seriously. Doesn't that just say it all?
It does.
Because I'm going to be honest, June. I know the topic of the day is choice, and I certainly don't mean to step on your topic because you're killing it. But man, black women are going to save the world, June. I'm going to say it again. African American women are going to save the world. All right, the whole entire world with a T.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you mean it. So June, so you were truly executing that crazy faith.
Yes.
Early, every day.
Had to.
Every day. But did you know you were going to make it through every day?
Oh gosh, no.
Okay. So
it's times, and I'm just going to be transparent. There's times that after you had a hard day dealing with, the outside forces, and then you come in and you deal with the inside forces. I would actually go in my room sometimes and just break down, but you can't let your kids see you break down, because you're supposed to be the strong one for your kids. So, I'd question my faith, like, man, am I going to ever get this house? What else? What else can this, what else can be thrown at me?
So can we talk about the house just for a moment?
Yeah.
Now, you worked with a really, really I mean, from understand, your realtor is a really, really good-looking brother, very smart, very handsome, very much on point.
Not at first. I actually, to be honest, I had 2 other realtors before you.
But the last one is the one that counts.
But hold on. I let them go because I didn't feel like they had my best interest at heart. I was being shown houses in certain areas that I told them I didn't want to live. I've got 4 boys. I had to really watch where I was going to place them. I wanted a good school system. I deserved a good school system like everybody else.
I'm going to have to interrupt Ms. Smith because this is Grits and Grants.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry.
Okay. So here's the truth, family. Here's the rest of the truth. Because everything June told you was absolutely true. But to encapsulate it, I was not on Team June. I was on June's team.
Yes.
But I was not on the same wavelength as June as relates to the house that she bought. If you remember correctly, June, I did not want you to buy that house.
That is correct.
You know, but you saw a vision that I didn't see. So when you speak of your family not being on your team, your realtor who cared about you, had your best interest at heart, was saying, "Girl, don't buy this house." You know, wasn't necessarily on your team. But
in my mind, it was like, you don't know me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Seriously.
I think you're a nice person. I think he's extremely funny. But it's just like, you don't know me. You don't know my struggles. You don't know what my goals were.
Brother had the flowing locks. Don't leave none of that.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
He did.
All right. So Jimmy said, so you locked up. That's the real story.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
You know, family, but I did not see the vision that June had. I did not. And, you know, I did everything I could do to talk her out of it. Like, don't do it. You know, June, and there were some real issues with the house. So I wasn't wrong, but you were right. You know, let me say that again. I wasn't wrong about the house because there were some real issues with the house that couldn't be seen.
That's true.
But you were right in that you knew what your mission was. And, you know, family, going against your realtor, that takes a lot of strength because she had trust in me. I assume you had trust in me based on the number of houses we had shown.
Yeah, I did.
And I had always pointed out the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep, that's why I hired you.
So, you know, you had confidence in what I was saying, but you had more confidence in your vision than necessarily what I said. And look at the blessing you got. You know, it turned out to be a beautiful house.
You got to have more confidence in you because it's you.
Yeah, so that you have no choice. See how smooth I am? See how smooth I am?
And it brings back to what what you've always been saying. It's about me. Yeah. And when it's about me, it's about your family and the ones that you love. So I love Smitty.
Everybody loves Smitty. What are you talking about, girl?
Yeah.
You got no choice but to love me. You know? So, June, if you had to do it all over again, which of course we cannot.
Yeah.
And would you agree that you would do it the same way if you had to do it all over again?
Absolutely.
You would, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
The good, the bad, and the ugly, for sure.
Would you still marry me? Yeah, you know, I can't even fault you on that. Because if you really had a choice.
Denzel Washington would be right there.
You would choose Denzel over me? Please, you know you wouldn't.
For sure.
Really?
For sure.
You
No.
would really choose?
If I could, I would. Nah.
No, I'm joking, but I'm serious, right?
No, I mean, everything happens for a reason and a purpose. And I do love this guy sitting next to me. Gets on my last nerves, though, but yeah, I do.
So, family, there you go, straight from the source. So, June, what's the mission for the rest of your existence, the rest of your time in the Shiny Blue Marble?
Again, it may sound like a cliche, but it's honest. I just want to put as many people into homes, especially single mothers, single parents, men, women. Honestly, it's really, really important to me. It really is. Because I mean, you can see my face and I'm so passionate and I keep going on and on and on about what I went through, but I don't want anyone to go through what I went through. You know, misinformation, told that I won't qualify for this, told that there was no grant money out there. It was hard. It was rough. So,
So, June, can we take it one step further? Tax time.
Yes.
Don't go into too much personal information.
I'll try.
But tax time was an opportunity for you to get caught up.
Yes.
Okay. tax time was an opportunity for you to kind of give you some breathing room?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay. You know, because, you know, we used to always laugh and joke about the car you drove. But you drove it. You know,
I did.
You know, and so, you know, give us guys, man, we're going to buy what? A car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before we buy a house, right?
Yeah.
But you bought a house, you put down a foundation for you and your kids, even though you're driving a car with duct tape on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I had no choice.
Had no choice, you know. But in not you had a choice in not having a choice. You know,
Yeah.
It's like I have to provide for my family.
Yeah.
So I have no choice. So I'm going to make better choices executing that choice, if any of that makes any sense.
It does. It does.
You know?
Because my rent kept on going up every single year, and it just finally hit me that if it went up another $200-300, I'm out. There was no way that I could afford it.
So you had no choice.
So I had no choice. So my mission was, I'm going to buy a house. That's it. So that my payment can be the same for the next 30 years, regardless of what happens.
In making that choice, did that take some of the pressure off you, not having to worry about those rental increases year after year, which we knew were going to come?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, but then you made a choice. But then you made a choice that came along with separate issues such as maintenance. You know, because I know that since we're talking about single women, single moms, you know, maintenance is a major concern.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for them. And even yard keep, you know, cutting the grass, you know, because your kids were young, so they weren't going to cut the grass, you know. And there were so many times I saw June Smith out there, you know, working a lawnmower. But Fanny, y'all got to feel this here crazy woman executing crazy faith had a particular way her grass was going to be cut. Am I lying? Am I flying, June?
You're telling the truth.
You know, so family, as we grow and develop into ourselves, as we grow and develop to our stronger selves, it's amazing the different ways you develop, the different habits you develop, and how confident you get in yourself. You know, June, I was so proud of you because this girl had everything in the world to do.
Mm-hmm.
Millions of things to do in a day, but she still wanted her grass cut.
I know, it was just really important to me, you know, and honestly, there was guys that would, because where I lived was like on a really busy road, there'd be guys that would drive by and sometimes pull into my driveway and say, hey, you need some help? Nope, I'm good. I got this.
Yeah.
Because I knew the way I wanted my grass cut, and I don't know, I felt like they were, how is it? Kind of saying that I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And at that, you know, you feel empowered when you buy a house. You really, really feel empowered. So it's like, no, I don't need you. I got this. Thank you.
June, Jacqueline Anderson said, oh, you are a true inspiration, Smitty. She didn't mention you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So, you know, so I guess that's true. And Jimmy Brown put, home ownership is a generational foundation.
It is.
Ain't it, though?
It is.
Ain't it, though, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
It is. So I have a question.
Yes.
Once or twice I helped you cut your grass and then I left. Did you go back over what I did?
Had to make him feel good.
You just let me cut your grass all
Yeah.
wrong. You know, family, but in all honesty, the simplest things sometimes mean the most. Something as simple as June cutting her grass. It was empowering.
It was.
You know, and June, when I used to watch you cut your grass, you were about business. I'm sorry. Is this the truth, though? You know, you could tell that you were about business, and I used to watch you guys, you know, always try to hit on you. You're like, man, just
you saw that?
Yeah, just leave me be. I'm handling this right here. I don't need anybody's help. This is my home, provided for my children. You know what? I'm taking care of her damn body up in here. Man, that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, there was things, of course, that I couldn't do.
You called me a stalker.
He was. Of course, you know, I'm not trying to throw shade. And there was things that, you know, I did need help in. So I would call, you know, guy friends or, you know, people to come help me do certain things, you know, plumbing or when things broke down. I'm not saying I'm Superwoman and, you know, you've got to recognize when you need help. But cutting grass, I could do that. And I enjoyed doing that. That gave me some relaxation, you know. The kids would be inside playing and that was my me time, but it was still something that needed to be done.
Good morning, Derek Marlowe. Good morning, Miss Blount, Yvonne Blount. How you doing?
Derek is on here?
Derek's
oh my gosh.
Yeah, we got River City Blue Realty representing.
Yes.
You know, and we always use Derek's saying, let's go ahead and say that. Don't let
the start stop you. That was it. Yep.
We always give you credit, Derek. We always do.
Yeah.
So, June, so again, I commend you. Thank you for being brave enough to come on front of the camera. Normally, we've switched places, and based upon the comments, I don't think anyone wants us to switch back. We have no choice in this matter.
Because like I said, he honestly wasn't feeling it this morning, and I was like,
I wasn't.
It just came to me. I was like, you know what? We have choices.
I wasn't gonna do it. We got.
And sometimes choices are uncomfortable, right?
Look at me. Look at the camera.
Sorry. Sometimes choices are uncomfortable. So I had to get out here and feel uncomfortable to get it done. And that just made me think about the choices I had in life to make for myself and my kids. It was uncomfortable. It was scary. But it had to be done.
Why? Why did it have to be done, though? I know it had to be done, but why did it have to be done by you?
Because it was just me, I was the head of the household for my boys. Mm-hmm. So it had to be done. So
you were in charge of your household?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now why is it that your oldest son is in charge of you? Family, there's always one child that just knows that they're in charge of you.
Yeah.
So I guess that means that you did a good job.
Yeah. And I guess because sometimes you just let them, okay, you want to be in charge of me? Okay. You think you're in charge. Kind of how he thinks. Kind of how Smitty feels like he's in charge of me. Sometimes he just let them think that way. Yeah, you're in charge. It's okay.
No.
But we know better, right, ladies?
Yeah, y'all, Let me say this. There's a Fannie Willis in every woman. Okay? Our Fannie Willis is every woman. Mm-hmm. That woman came out, man, she was on that train. She was smoking. She was smoking. She was like, I'm standing up for myself. And June, I'm sure you had to do that every once in a while. You kind of had to set some situations straight.
Yeah, sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. But I don't know if you guys have seen that, but I kind of disagree with Smitty. I think she came out too aggressive.
No, we don't.
She did. Sometimes you can get the message across without being that aggressive, because people will label you as an angry black woman, and you don't have to be angry in order to get your point across.
I think
you can just be firm sometimes.
Okay, this is a whole nother conversation.
That
is a choice.
It is.
How you deal with a situation is a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but Gwen says she didn't come to play. Derek shot us a good morning. He's watching. Again, Miss Yvonne Blount Clayton says, "What's up, Miss Clayton? How you doing?"
Good morning,
Jackie
guys.
Says, "We know you're the one in charge." Yeah, she is in
Thank
charge,
you.
family. Because I didn't used to like the saying, but now that I've gotten older and wiser, Gigi is watching too.
Oh, hey, Gigi.
And it says, happy life, happy wife, happy life. So that saying is true. But family, we. Jimmy says, smiling while cussing them out.
Exactly.
So family, it really does come down to the choices that we make. The choices that we make today really and truly affect tomorrow, the day after, the day after, the day after. And June, I think that if we, and I said this before, and I'm going to geek out just for a second, but if we knew exactly to the day how much time we had left on the big blue shiny marble, every choice would be so massive. There would be no small choices. And sometimes I'm thinking like, wow, every choice that a single mom makes, every choice that a woman makes, every choice that us guys make, every choice that a single guy, family guy makes, when we're factoring the children, even small decisions, even small choices are big choices. And we got to give ourselves credit for that, because again, we're not going to be here forever, June. Are you going to be on this planet forever, dear?
No, but my legacy will.
So there you go. So who's going to go first, you or me? We always have this conversation. Don't act like you don't have this conversation all the time. Who's going to go first?
Smitty.
Man, family. So if I go first, I want there to be an investigation. There's some shenanigans that are happening over here, family.
Remember when I used to, before we go, Smitty, remember when I used to say to you, there's more strength in quietness, being quiet, and you used to be like, that's the most silliest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But it really is true. You don't have to charge in, and that's how the what's her name charged in.
I disagree.
She charged in like a bull in a china shop, and I'm just like, no. Sometimes you can be firm
I've seen
and get your point across.
We all take charge. She walked in there like
I said sometimes.
You did say that.
Sometimes.
I didn't listen, so I apologize. You did say that, so I apologize. Gigi says, "Hey, took a break from Bay Kids today." You know,
Yes.
saying hooky. You know, you're supposed to be up in there. And she said she took the choice.
Yes.
She made a choice. Gigi said, "Damn it, I'm making the right choice today. I've been making the wrong choice for the last 4 days. Today gonna be the right choice. I'm staying home." Good for you, Michelle.
Sometimes you need to recharge.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to recharge your batteries? What choices are you gonna make, Gigi, today to enable you to be ready for Monday? Because you know Monday's only 3 days away. Okay. So June, while we're waiting for that, let's be sure that we share that the Grits and Grants web workshop.
Yes, it
Grits and
is
Grants
this Saturday
workshop, which is,
from 10 to 11 and from 11 to 12 at United Methodist Church on wrong church. Don't go there.
Yeah, don't go there. Go there and not go to tell them the United Nations Church.
United Nations, sorry.
Yeah, yes. United Nations Church, 214 Cowardin Avenue. Again, Jim, we have, what was it, 2 sessions?
Yeah, 2 sessions from 10 to 11 and from 11 to 12.
Do folks have to attend both sessions or they can?
They don't. They can actually just pop in. And Clovia's going to be there.
Yeah. So if they can't stay the whole time, they can just simply pop in and get the information and then pop out.
Yeah.
You know, June, I'm working on a workbook because, you know, June, if we only have folks for an hour, since you're going to be the main presenter now.
No, I'm not. This was hard enough, and nobody's in front of me. But you can see, when I watch this back, I'm going to be like, oh my God, that was horrible. I'm rocking and got my hands just underneath the table, gripping onto it. Yes.
Ooh. You know, but what would be so cool, family, is when June walks up to the stage tomorrow and she starts talking, everybody in the audience is going to be confused. They're like, where'd the accent go? The accent doesn't match the person. And then she's country and family. I gotta tell you, one day when we truly have fun, we'll get June to do a what accent is that gets stuck?
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Trust me, family, this woman is hilarious. She'll do an Irish accent that gets stuck. Okay, so for the next couple of hours, everything she says has an Irish tint. Jacqueline Anderson says, June, you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
You know, she's never gave that to me. I don't know how I feel about that. Miyoshi James is watching.
Oh my gosh. Everybody's watching.
Wait a minute, June. It says President Obama is watching. Here comes Michelle.
You know what?
So we got Obama and Michelle. Whoa. You know, how you gonna handle this, Jim? How you gonna handle the fame? You're not even able to go to the grocery store anymore.
I know.
People will run up and shake your hand. But no, family, June did an excellent job. Thank you. Because, you know, family, I did not feel like doing the show today. I really did not. I wanted to continue preparing for the Grits and Grants workshop tomorrow. And that was not the right thing to do. The right thing to do was to do the show. So thank you for taking charge and making the choice to be in front of the camera today. And, you know, see, that's why I love you, girl.
Thank you, babe.
So again, family, it's all about making the right choice. It's all about making a choice. You know, June, and then I don't know where we like the Grits and Grants hour now. This will be Grits and Grants day.
Yes.
Face day. You know, but you know, I'm gonna say this, and then June, I'm gonna let you finish off since you're in front of the camera. Since I like seeing you talk and hearing you talk and seeing, man, I gotta get a new chair after this, family. This woman put claws on it. You should see all this.
Oh my goodness!
You ever seen a duck? A duck looks still on top of water, but underneath his little feet are
Just paddling. Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like you're prolonging it. It's like, come on, I have nothing else to say. I've said what I needed to say. I'm ready to go.
Grant's hour. Jimmy Brown said, "Single men are now going to be calling for home ownership." You know.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God! Somebody put up a love song. Yeah. So there you go.
Thank you.
So family, it's all about making a choice, because if you don't make a choice, then somebody else may be choosing for you.
Can't have that.
And when they choose for you, they may not be making the best choice for you.
But it's not only for you, it's for your kids too.
Yeah.
And nobody's going to make a choice for my kids.
Well, but would the same go true if you didn't have kids, though?
I think it will, but it seems, for me, it's just, I mean, I love my boys. Everybody that knows me knows when I'm kind of a lioness
Wait a minute.
when it comes to my kids.
No. Either you is or you ain't.
I am a lioness.
Okay.
I am
right.
very shy to step out sometimes, or most of the time. But when it comes to my kids, yeah, don't mess with my kids. Even though they're grown, I'm still like, what happened to you? What? She said what? Okay, let me go talk to this person.
You know, and we've met a lot of single moms who were that way, who were very, very protective of their family because they knew that they had to be.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so many emotions in a day. You know, you got I'm gonna beat your ass. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna beat your butt in a minute. You know, if you're getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
Like, come here, baby. You know, Mama love you. But you know, like, don't talk to my kid that way. Only I can talk to my kid.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so you're dealing with all that in a day, and you're getting stuff done. Man, I would go to bed at 4 o'clock. I would.
It is tiring, but like I said, for me, like, you know, there's nothing like being a homeowner and providing for your kids, you know, a safe environment for them to go out and play, and, you know, a good school system. It feels good. It felt really, really amazing. It really did.
So again, if there's any one thing that you could change, I know you would do it all over again, but is there any one thing you would change as you're doing it all over again? If there was a June Smith, though there can't possibly be two of you, okay? But if there was a second June Smith out there, if anything at all, is there any one thing that you would say, this one thing, this one choice, don't choose or choose differently? What would you say? If you get, that's a big question.
That is a big question.
You know? No.
It may sound crazy, but no, I wouldn't change anything, because every single thing taught me something. Even the bad things taught me something.
Yes.
Because I wasn't instantly a homeowner. I had, and I don't mind putting it out there, I filed bankruptcy. I personally found bankruptcy because I was $40,000+ in debt, and I couldn't see myself through it. And so that was my choice. So it took a little while to get through that. And then I still went into debt again. But, you know, through taking classes and educating myself, and that's the key, educating yourself, looking for resources out there to help you along the way. And so, you know, I negotiated my debt down and was able to become a homeowner. So I still, even through this process, I still made mistakes, but it helped me learn about credit and how everything works. So no, I can't.
You know, June, that's our
I can't say I'll do it again.
Those are our 3 E's that we focus on: educate, encourage, and empower. You know, and you are a perfect example of those things coming together, enabling you to go to your own or your best version of June. You know.
But before you say that, just let me say, everything in life is a lesson, whether it's good or bad, okay? And when you go through that, that gives you the authority, the knowledge to be able to share with someone like, don't do that, because this is what happened when I did it. So you don't want to go down that road. So again, I wouldn't change anything, because it gives me the authority to say to someone, don't do this. And it doesn't matter whether I have my license or not. Take take advantage of the people that have gone through stuff
So wait a
to
minute.
be able to educate you.
You said a killer word there. You said authority.
Yeah.
When you say authority, what do you mean?
You're qualified to tell somebody something if you've gone through it.
Okay. All right.
If you've never gone through it, if you've never purchased a house, how you gonna tell me how to purchase a house? if you don't have a successful marriage, how are you gonna tell me how to stay married? So authority.
All right. So that kind of ties in with what we say a lot. We're using a different word.
Yeah.
Where I like to say everybody is allowed to encourage us.
Yeah, exactly.
But not everybody is permitted or has the authority to advise us.
Exactly.
Family, it's amazing how similar in thoughts we are. And, we choose different words, but we arrive at the same location. And that's the best version of me, because as many of you know for certain, the whole world is about me.
It's about me.
No, it's about me, Jim.
Okay.
It's about, I'm going to need you to admit to that. The whole world is about Schmitty Schmidt. You agree? See, now she's trying to do the anti-Fanny. Because...
See what I mean about being quiet? You don't have to be loud.
Yeah, you do.
You don't have to be loud.
No, we're not going to have that conversation.
Okay, baby.
No, I love you, baby.
Love you too.
Nah, Fanny came out swinging, June, because that's what she had to do. Sister had to hold on. Jacqueline says, that's right. You can have a testimony without many tests. Oh, my goodness. Great.
Woo!
Whoa. Great. Thanks.
Yes.
All right, Jacqueline. We're going to put Jacqueline on the
I know, right?
Yes. Come out that strong, Jacqueline, and not be, you can have a testimony without many tests. Wow. That's June, and that's what I like most about our Grits and Grants 15, which I'm sure we're probably over 15.
Yes.
Is when our family members start pouring in. You pour a little bit,
Yeah.
they pour a little bit, and then our cup runneth over. Man, see how smooth I am, girl? You
Very
see that?
smooth.
You see that?
You're amazing.
You know what? You got there, just sit there and smile. I don't care if Fanny did the right thing. See, June and I, we're having an internal debate that Fanny Willis handled that the best way. So June, let's go and put it out there, June. June is saying that she came out too strong. And Smitty Smith was saying, man, she came out smoking the way she needed to be.
Well, let me just say this before we go.
Okay.
I understand when someone is telling you something that you did that was wrong, how passionate you get about, what they're saying, because it's wrong. They're lying on her name.
Yeah.
They're tarnishing her reputation.
Yeah.
And I understand that. And I used to be that person that ran in there like, you ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna say that. And it ended up getting me fired. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It did. But, now I realize through life and through the lack of income sometimes that maybe that isn't the best way to handle things.
All right, so we're talking from experience here
Yes.
now. All right, go ahead.
So now it's like, in the next job after that, I took notes, I took documentation, I would get emails and messages from, the supervisor saying, you did a good job on this, this project was awesome, thank you. And I kept all of that. So when I had my review, it's like, well, you didn't do this. Well, hold on. Let me just get this. You said on this date that I was blah, blah, blah. You said on this. So I had documentation. I had papers, let's say, to prove what they were saying was incorrect.
So that was another part of your system.
Yes.
Because employment gave you income, and income gave you what you needed to take care of your family.
Exactly.
So again, so now see when you were saying earlier that you were a spaghetti waffle. You were both. Everything touched everything.
Exactly.
And you had to protect that which you needed, which was a solid source of income.
Exactly.
And then I guess it also goes on to say how somebody else was trying to make a choice for you, and as to if not you got a pay raise or not, and you wanted to be able to make that choice by proving that which you have done.
Exactly.
And that which you said, that I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, You know,
And that's the situation with the individual yesterday. If you guys watch it, she is a prosecuting attorney. So she should be used to that line of questioning. It doesn't matter how many times they said the same thing and twisted it, and she should be used to it because she did this herself. So to go in there that angry, they're doing their job. So you can't be that angry because you've got what 20 plus years of doing exactly the same thing to someone else. So you should have expected it.
So June and I, needless to say, family, I guess we're not going to agree on this.
No, we're not.
Okay. I say Fannie Willis came in smoking. And June said that Fannie Willis came in smoking. You know, so we're saying the same thing.
Yeah. She came in a little bit too hot. What is it that we teach? Don't let someone take you out of yourself. Is that
well,
it?
no, that's true. Don't let anybody pull you out of your frame.
Yeah,
But that
and
might
that's
be-
what they did. They
No,
pulled her
that is
out of her frame.
That is
And
her frame. Hey, Gigi says a part of self-care is advocating for self and always having several streams of income.
there you go.
Oh my God! If I hear June say that to me one more
Yes,
time.
yes.
But it's so true, family.
But sometimes it's difficult, and it is difficult as a single parent to have several sources of income
Yeah.
because when you do that, it takes away from the rearing of your children.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I've done that. I've had 2 jobs before, but then that meant that my kids were latchkey kids.
Yeah. I can remember when you had 2 jobs. So again, that's that. Just choices.
Yeah.
Just choices. Just trying to get done, but putting systems in place. So if folks are renting, June, let's get back to homeownership just here for a second.
I gotta go soon. I gotta show a house.
Okay. What time is it? How long have we been
Not-
on here? Let me take a peek. We've been on here how long, June?
It is, where we got 46, over 46 minutes.
Oh my God, we gotta shut this down.
We
baby.
got to.
We gotta let these people go because you gotta go grind. Look
Gotta
at
go
the camera,
grind.
look at the camera.
Sorry.
Look at the camera and smile. We're trying to get some men folk. That's what Jimmy Brown says anyway. So again, family, June, thank you for taking the helm today. Thank you for sharing your story. I'd like to thank Jacqueline. Jana Lane Brown showed up. She says, my grandmother used to call it not putting all your eggs in one basket. Ain't that the truth? And I guess because at that point, you know, since you were a single mom making stuff happen,
Yeah.
you know, your income was just that critically important to you.
It was.
You couldn't allow other people, you know, to people on you. You know?
And sometimes you've got to accept, you know, what other people say for the time being. You know,
What do you
even
mean by that? What do you mean
because
by that?
sometimes, you know, because it's your income, this is an income that you depend on. So sometimes your supervisors, your managers, or whatever will say something to you and it would be so wrong, you know. But if you react in a, you know, if you react to it, it may cost you your income. So sometimes you just have to accept it and bide your time.
So, June, here's a question I have for you. This is an oddball question. I know you gotta go.
Okay.
But I've enjoyed just seeing you just do this. June.
Seeing me squirm.
No, man, you're killing it. You're killing it, June. When you bought, this is an important question. When you bought your home, did you feel that your income was high enough to afford to be a homeowner, or was there some concern as to whether or not I could do this?
There was concern on whether I could do it or not, because you always get pre-qualified for more than what you can afford based on
Okay.
your gross income.
Okay. And we don't live off our gross income.
No. Mm-mm.
So even though you had that concern, you did it anyway.
I had to because, you know, the rent was going up eventually. And so, yeah, I mean, I had to make that choice. I mean, I factored in child support, but I also thought, of course, that's going to stop eventually. So, yeah, I just made sure that where I bought was safe, decent, and affordable.
So Jimmy
no matter
Brown,
what.
Jimmy Brown, he got it all wrong. He says, I want some residuals for this idea of putting a free face on. That ain't right.
See, it's making me blush. I
That
don't know if
ain't
you
right.
guys can pick up my color, but
You
I'm
know.
getting really red here.
And family, if we're lucky one day, I'll get her to do her Irish accent, and you guys will have you would just laugh your heads off. So June, thank you for joining us. Thank you for our family members for participating in our Grits and Grants 15-ish as we continue down our mission of firing over 100 landlords in 2024. June, just mention our Grits and Grants workshop, what I'm referring to as a want shop tomorrow.
Yes, it is from 10 to 11 and 11 to 12. And it is at the United Nations. Am I getting it right? I keep saying that wrong.
I know you keep
United.
Yeah, you got it right there.
Yeah, United Nations Church on Corden or Cowden. How do you say it?
I don't know. I'd rather you say it.
I'm going to say it wrong. Corden Avenue.
Yes, that is 214 Corden Avenue.
214, yes.
And
I'm going to be there live, and I'm not going to get up and do this. I am not going to get up and do this, okay? This was enough. And Clovia's going to be there, and
yes.
Smitty's going to be there,
yes.
and some other family members,
yep.
Gwen,
Yep.
Murphy Johnson,
Tamiki,
Imani, Miyoshi, Tamikia. We're bringing them out, okay? Take advantage of the knowledge.
River City Blues Realty. We are all about the business, family, of getting folks home while taking advantage of grants and down payment assistance. No grant provider shall ever have to give back money that they were not able to give away if June and I and our River City Blue Realty family has anything to say about it. All right, June?
All right.
So let's let these people get to work. So,
yes.
Family, we appreciate you being with us this morning. And if we gave you anything of value, please share it with your friends and family simply by tagging others on this post. And June, you got to say this.
Smitty Smith.
Okay. I am June Smith.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying I needed to read something. I was like,
no,
what? Okay. I am June Smith with River City Blues Realty.
And I'm the co-host this morning, Schmitty Schmidt, River City Blues Realty. What are you looking at? Emily, thank you for joining us this morning. Please feel free to give us a call, but we look forward to seeing most of you. If you registered, show up. Make the right choice.
And bring someone.
It's absolutely free, but the information that we're going to pour on you, into you, family, that's invaluable.
Guys, this is fact finding, no commitment, okay? This is fact finding. That's what I did in the beginning. I had to learn the facts about home ownership, grants, and things like that before I made a move. And honestly, I had to file bankruptcy, so it took me 2 years after I got the information.
But you got there, though.
I got there.
You got there. But there was always that starting point. You made the choice to have a starting point.
Yeah.
And then you just built upon that.
And I focused until I got my house.
And now, June, you're at a point to where you get to do what? You get to reach back
yes.
and help others. Family, see, that's the universe right there, man. That is the universe at work. The universe giving you everything that you need. You finally putting all the pieces together. And then you turn back and you bless others. And you know what the universe does? It blesses you even more.
Yeah.
By being able to help even more. You know, family. And that's our mission.
Yeah. Actually, I like to say that's my legacy.
Wow.
I honestly feel like that's my purpose.
Well, again, June, we got to go. Let's let these people go. Everybody, y'all folks, stay blessed and highly flavored.
Yes. See ya. Can I go?
No, you gotta go. Look at the camera.
Oh, okay. Bye.